agents will be used more for good than evil.
Do more good because it's gonna make everything more productive, but then I'm like not a very certain person. I'm not that assertive, so I'm like here to slightly agree.
We're seeing most of the stuff that's coming out right now has generally been very positive to society. So in the trajectory of things, it's only going to get better, and people are only going to be more well versed in AI agents. It's just become a normal part of life. So
I have conviction in myself that I will make the next unicorn.
I just think it's hard to build a unicorn. So, and statistically speaking, it's, very unlikely for people to do it.
At this current stage, I'm not building something, but I do see myself in the future that I would build something again. But it's just that probably in the future, instead of building a unicorn, I would rather just have something more niche. It might not grow to the size of a unicorn, but it is still something that's impactful to the world. But
I kind of hesitate between very believe and believe, but it's more like I feel like in the world full of noise, it doesn't really matter if you have a unicorn or not. The conviction is not about the company, but it's more about how much you believe in yourself.
Okay, so I moved because I was there because I very strongly believe in myself, but then I rethink about the wording of the question. It's more about the conviction of whether I will build a unicorn, because building a unicorn means my goal is to build a multi-billion-dollar company, but then I really don't care. It's not that I don't have conviction in the things that I'm building. I want it to be about enjoying every step of the process. If you enjoy the process enough, you will get where you want to be.
Using AI for mental health is okay if it helps someone.
I strongly agree because humans are just a summary of everything that they have read, seen, or heard. So if you think of what an LLM is, an LLM or any AI is somebody who has been trained on everything that the internet has. So every solution to any mental health problem that has been published on the internet, the LLM has access to, which makes it infinitely better than if you just want this person to talk to anyone. So that's why even I think everyone here, when they have something wrong with their lives, the first thing they'll ask is an AI. Oh, they explain their situation, and surprisingly, the AI is really great at explaining better thought process, how to break it down. It's also really great at identifying what it is you're going through, because there definitely has been someone else on this earth that has gone through what you've gone through in history, and they've published something, and the LLM has direct access to it. So yeah, I am super pro therapy with AI.
Just to add on quick to that, I feel like in general, healthcare is very expensive, and anything that can make it cheaper is just better because everyone deserves to be healthy.
I don't fully agree with what Kelsey just said. I think that the idea that all the mental health problems are documented somewhere online is exaggerated. Many people have gone through some form of mental health issues, and most likely they have not publicly stated that they have gone through those. Mental health awareness has picked up in recent years. What about in the past 120, 200 years? Are you saying people have not had mental health issues? They definitely did. It's just that those are not documented, and I still believe that AI is not expertly trained on enough mental health issue data to be an expert in a relative field. I'm from Canada, and healthcare and mental health well-being is very well supported. So do consult experts if you have the access to it. I'm not saying AI is not going to help. I'm just saying that it is what it can do right now is a bit more too generic and not very personalized in a sense. But I do see a future where a company can come out with a really specialized AI agent or some form that can help solve this problem, and then I look forward to that.
Well, I would say there's definitely cases where AI could be applied to, especially for like counseling. There's a case for things like privacy and things that are people are usually not that open to speaking to these about these things. But there's also things like it's like every other day I see people on Twitter building like AI girlfriends and shit, right? But in the long run, and like for the individual and also as a collective, like humans, it just accelerates problems that we already have, like population decline and things like that. And also, it detracts from how people interact with themselves, or like with each other.
So I want to talk about my personal experience a little bit. So I used to use Claude specifically for therapy because like I trust it a lot and that I know that it's not gonna share my data with other people, right? So I used it to like whenever I find something slightly annoying, I'll just talk to it, and then whenever I find something confused, I talk to it. But then I find myself in this loophole of trusting AI more than human beings, and that's like a really serious consequence to consider. I had like something with my previous co-founder. We had like an argument, and I like disagreed with him. He disagreed with me, and then I was like, both of us were kind of like angry, and then I was just talking to Claude about it, and then Claude was interpreting our different standpoints, and he was Claude was depicting his stance in a way that was like not entirely correct, but because I was mad at that time, how do you even phrase it? It just like worsens the entire situation, because at the end of the day, Claude does not know the full context, and it does not know a lot of emotional nuances.
Parents using AI agents to raise and educate their kids will have a better advantage in life compared to normal parenting.
I think it's not a question of is it good or not. It's definite. It's kind of like the internet and how a lot of schools give students MacBooks or Chromes right now to take home. It's a necessity, and there's not really any workaround around it. And it's definitely going to make the next generation of kids smarter, and they're gonna have an advantage over people. They're gonna have an advantage over like countries that don't have this opportunity.
Waterloo engineers are better than Stanford engineers.
First of all, shout out Waterloo. You know, this is where we're from. Let's go. We from K-Dubs. I think Waterloo actually does have a lot of very good engineers. I think the culture is like real talk. I think the culture is definitely different in the sense that I feel like Stanford definitely has much more a startup presence.
The only difference I see between the two schools is that Stanford, the environment is way too good for them to build the character. People have to grow through challenges and hardship. Waterloo is the pinnacle of that. The city has nothing else to do. All you do is just grind or study or learn, especially in the winter. There's literally nothing to do. So it builds character. It makes you a stronger person. And in general, I believe in that. I think that makes them better engineers overall than Stanford's engineers.
I would use an AI girlfriend boyfriend service. In 10 years, super intelligent AIs will make governments and human institutions completely obsolete.
If there wasn't government in it, I'd probably be way more on this side. But government, I'm here. Yeah, but if the question was solely about school, I'd probably be up here. But if it's government, this is an interesting question.
I guess the thing about a lot of the decisions, especially happening in government, is that those decisions impact like thousands, if not like millions of people's lives. And those decision making should be made or at least overlooked by people who are voted by the people. In one sense that AI, they probably have like a bit more context over like all the things that's going on in life. But at the end of the day, people build trust in another person, another human being, and not just on one AI. So I don't think it's gonna make government or school obsolete, but they will serve their purpose in helping these institutions run better.
I definitely agree with that take. I think it's a question of what should happen is kind of irrelevant to this question. I mean, we're already seeing it with a lot of like AI or like big AI companies where it's like the reason why they're moving so fast and there's issues here and there is for the sole reason that they don't want to lose out to other countries. I'm in the middles because I do agree that it should be people for the sole reasons about caring, but I think we already see that people don't care.
I love Photon.
I don't have to do it right now.
But I don't have to be a pro.
That's okay. We'll figure out some.
Did you not hear? Wait.
Yeah, I forget.
Yo, Cecilia.
They all
What
have
did you
it
call
too.
him again
Weird.
during the house tour?
Yeah, they have to. Actually, you know what I'll do?
Nonchalant baddie. This is the ASU frat leader. Show him the mug.
Okay.
ASU what?
Like how you mog clavicular.